What's up, everybody? This is the 10 Count Podcast by Andre. I'm your host, Andre, and this is going to be the Night 1 WrestleMania review. Basically, what's going to come down to is this. I'm going to give you the matches. They may not be in the correct order, but I'm going to give you the matches, and I'm going to give you my opinion and my description on these matches. Now, for one, first match, the War Raiders versus the New Day. Now, there's been a big push for the New Day to be the new tag team champions, or at least get a shot at the tag team titles. But I'm really not thinking that the New Day is going to win these titles tonight, because WWE at WrestleMania is famous for doing swerves where they basically say, look, we may insert Big E into that to get a revenge for what they did to him. So as far as it goes, if I have to make a prediction on that one, I'm going to say that the War Raiders retain them titles. But at the last minute, WWE may pull a swerve. So who knows with that match. But they have had a nice little build-up for this match. Now, I would say face New Day, yeah, they would probably go in there and win those titles. But heel New Day, that's a different story. So I'm going to say that the War Raiders are going to retain those titles due to a swerve by WWE. Now, next match we're going to do is the joke match, is what I say. The Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano match. Basically, as I said, this match is a gag match. But the simple fact is, when it comes down to it, we all know that El Grande Americano is Chad Gable. So when that happens, we're not going to be seeing a lot of actual... We may see wrestling moves on Chad Gable's side of things. We'll see Rey Mysterio's high flying. But as far as ground wrestling, that's going to come from Gable. Which you notice I'm not calling him El Grande Americano. But that's going to come from Gable. The high flying is going to come from Mysterio. So with that also being said, somehow, some way during this match, El Grande Americano, aka Chad Gable, his mask is coming off. Especially since he puts a piece of metal in there to headbutt people to win the match. I'm not, like I said, this is a gag joke match. Of course, WrestleMania always has those. So, next match, and this is going to be a straight killer of a match, because this is not going to be a wrestling match. This is a grudge match. This is going to be a freaking go at it type of a match between Jade Cargill and Naomi. Now, these two are going to go at it to where they're going to be trying to rip each other's hair out and basically get down to the white meat on it, because they don't like each other. The build-up of it was actually kind of great to where of course you had the Jade gets attacked, and then the whole storyline afterwards, who attacked Jade. Then they had some suspects in there where they said Liv and Raquel was seen in the area on this video. And then they tried to say Bayley was the mastermind in it after Naomi came out and said, I did it. Which they really didn't have to do, because we already knew that Naomi did it. Because as soon as Jade went out, all of a sudden you pop in Naomi as Bianca's tag team partner to keep the tag title. So, yeah, this match, this is going to be a straight hardcore grudge match. They might as well not even put a disqualification rule on this match, because basically they're going to be going at it. They're definitely gonna go at it. And if I have to make a prediction on this match, I would say Jade. I would definitely say Jade. Now, the next match is the LA Knight Jacob Fatu match, which they had some build up for this match, and lately Jacob Fatu has been on a freaking tear. Like how basically he just ran through Braun Strowman to get this opportunity. Now, Jacob Fatu is a he's nimble because of how he goes into the corner and just jumps up on the ropes to get to the top to do that moonsault. So that's showing that he is kind of nimble for a man of his size. Now, at the same time, you got LA Knight in there who is completely over with the fans. And it's just like, okay, we're basically going to see a somewhat technical match. Somewhat. Not too many, though, because when it comes down to it, neither of them are banger technical wrestlers. So if I had to pick one, I say Jacob Fatu. Now, the next match that I want to talk about is the match that for the last couple weeks has had everybody like, okay, what the hell is going on? This is the Tiffany Stratton Charlotte Flair match for the WWE Women's title. Now, a couple weeks ago they had a promo which everybody saw where they went completely off rails, where Charlotte talking about Tiffany Stratton's real life boyfriend Ludwig Kaiser's in her DMs. Tiffany Stratton talking about Charlotte's 3 divorces, calling Charlotte the Nepo baby, which that one I kind of agree with, because come on now, like, Charlotte is a Nepo baby. I want to say a little more about that, but I really don't want to, because this isn't the right time and place for that. But if I had to make a prediction on this match, and I really, really hate to say it, Charlotte wins that belt. Especially since when she came back at number 30 at WrestleMania, I was like, yo, Charlotte's definitely going to come back, get that WrestleMania match, and they're going to put another belt on her, which I'm not happy about, because there are other female wrestlers on that roster that deserve a chance to prove that they can carry that belt. But in the Vince McMahon regime of WWE, it would be an automatic lock that Charlotte would be getting that belt. But Triple H, he may decide to do something different. But the smart money says Charlotte's going to win that match. I'm not liking the smart money pick on that one, but what can you do? Now, the next match, Gunther versus Jey Uso. Another match that had a very good build up to it, to where Jey wins the Royal Rumble, and then he picks Gunther to go at it with. And then for the last couple months, Gunther and Jey have been pretty much going at each other, which is a good build up for the story. But then when Gunther took it personal and attacked Jey's family, of course it's a storyline, of course, but it's still, to me, that went a little bit too far, which tells me that gave Jey the edge to win this match. So I really think Jey's gonna walk out with that World Heavyweight title tonight. That's just my opinion, of course. Now, we're gonna get to the main event, the triple threat match with Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. Now, the big wild card of this whole story is Paul Heyman. What is Paul Heyman going to do tonight? That's what the big question is. Who is he going to turn on tonight? Is he going to turn on Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins? Is he going to turn on all three of them and somebody new going to come out? We don't know. We don't know. But if I had to make a pick, that pick would be, and of course this is the smart pick, and I really don't like this pick myself, but we have to go with the smart pick and say Roman Reigns wins this match. This is one pick that I hope I'm wrong about, but I don't really think that that's going to happen. But all week it's been really good WrestleMania events going on, like the after hours parties at the clubs. Tonight they got the One Dead Man show, which is going on also, and they even got like other events going on up until Raw and SmackDown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give y'all another preview show of night 2 as well, which night 2 to me might be a little bit more interesting because some of the matches are a little bit more interesting than the ones on night 1. But I want to say this before I go, a little sneak peek spoiler type of thing. If y'all don't already know, Randy Orton his opponent is going to be an open challenge. Now they're saying that it could be Aleister Black or Rusev returning, but my thing is, I think it's going to be Nick Aldis. I think it's going to be Nick Aldis because you don't want a returning Rusev and a returning Rusev and a returning Aleister Black to debut and lose. You don't want that. But like I said, that's just my little sneak peek of it. I'll give you more on that tomorrow during my night 2 preview. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to wish you all a good WrestleMania Night 1. If you like my video, subscribe to it and leave comments. Let me know where I can get better and be better. I appreciate that. Everybody have a great night. Thank you very much.